Okay everyone, good evening. This is PW here for another round of the OBF1 Wednesday Night Racing League. We have got about 5 minutes until we kick off with the usual 18-minute short qualifying, followed by 50% race here at Circuit de Catalunya. I will just going to go get some statistics off my laptop and I will be right back, but stay tuned, make yourself a cup of tea, and I will be back in a few minutes. Cheers guys. Hey guys, I'm back. So we will be getting started in just a few moments. So I'm just getting the league table up for tonight. Now, no big surprise, the battle is between HT and Little Jim. Little Jim taking a bit of a hit last week at Zandvoort and falling down to second. Just getting the table up now, but I do believe he is about 7 points adrift of H Taylor. So just bear with me 1 second. Once again, everyone, thanks for tuning in. It's always great to have people watching the streams, commenting and liking the posts. So if you do enjoy the stream tonight, please feel free to give us a like, subscribe. And if you are new to the OBF1 community, welcome. We have got a few new debutants in tonight, most noticeably for myself, races I've raced against before. Furkan Alpay, who's reserving in the McLaren. And who else? Martin 69er in the AlphaTauri, who I've just had a very interesting race for in our brother league, the Delta Pace Racing League. Looking forward to seeing how Ryan Misangi in the Mercedes also does around the track. So let's see. The drivers will be readying up very shortly, and we will be ready to go. We've got one driver joining us in a bit. Mitch will be joining us very shortly. He's just on his way home for cricket. And I do apologise if you are hearing some ruffling in the background. We've just had our online shop delivered to us, so I've got my dad right next to me putting that away. So yeah, so but that will all be sorted in the next 5 minutes, I would say. So let's have a look at the table as it stands right now. So yeah, HK is 7 points ahead of Jim in the championship. Really looking forward to seeing these guys reignite their battle. Just sending a ready up message in the Discord, so bear with me. Okay, so we will be getting going very shortly. But I'm also really looking forward to seeing how Denmark, coming off of the back of his podium finish last week at Zandvoort, a brilliant drive there by the Racing Point driver. Really interesting to see if he can produce another great result for the Racing Point team. That result did actually move them up from 9th in the constructors up to 6th position. I mean, right now we've got a very good three-way battle for the constructors title going on between Red Bull, Mercedes, who are principled by H. Taylor and Little Jim, all of their points coming from those two drivers, but also the AlphaTauri team. Mitch GK has got 59 of their 71 points, but a couple of reserve results, I believe, from Jusanti as well in the AlphaTauri, if I remember back to Vietnam a few weeks ago. So giving them a very good opportunity there to score some more points. Like I said, we got a new driver reserving tonight for the AlphaTauri team in Martin 69er. So let's see how they do. See, Ryan's just asked for another invite. I will be sending that to you now, Ryan. Just bear with me. Hopefully it doesn't mean that your connection's dropped and you're going to be starting from the back. Obviously with these with the way that the connection system works, if you're not in the quali for the quali start, then you do start at the back. Hopefully that doesn't happen to Ryan. He does like this track. So yeah, I will get that over to you in just a moment, Ryan. I did believe I sent you a second one because I thought I sent one to everyone, so my apologies. I will do that for you now though, Ryan. So okay, Ryan, that's now been sent, so you should have that. Once you're back in, I'll send you another one in case you disconnect again. So we have got an 18-minute quali here going on, which will be followed by a 50% race here at the Circuit de Catalunya in Spain. Let's see, hopefully we're going to have a nice dry race today. Spain is always much more interesting when you have got dry track, more action. So let's see what happens. I've got a couple of drivers heading out on track now. The Racing Point of Denmark heading out first, and Kieran Rees, who is reserving in the Alfa Romeo. Let's see how he's able to do today. Normally a Friday night driver, but yeah, thankfully stepping in for us to substitute for either, I think it's Let's have a quick look. Who is he reserving for tonight? I think actually this is a vacant seat. Yep, so we've got a vacant seat in the Alfa Romeo, which yeah, Kieran has stepped into, so that was good of him, and we'll give him a good chance to assist in keeping Alfa Romeo ahead of Ferrari in the constructors. Just 3 points separating them currently between the two teams, the junior Ferrari team and the Ferrari team. So let's see how they're able to do today. We're going to get on board with Denmark. I want to see what sort of lap he can set for us, as he will be the first to cross. Oh, and I think that was very wide out the first turn. At the last turn, I'm surprised he didn't invalidate. So let's sit on board with Denmark as we head down towards turn 1, braking just before the line at the 50-meter point. Gets on the curbs there nicely, running interestingly on the medium tyre. I believe they're about 7/10 of a second slower around this track, so let's see how he's able to do that. A 21.6 through the first sector. They're getting nice in that curb, a bit too much on the inside, and you've gone now through turn 9. Good line there, had to get off the throttle just a little bit, but still nonetheless, as we cross the second sector for a 50.662. let's see, the third sector being by far the most technical. How has Denmark got his car set up? Is it more for the straight line speed, or is it the downforce? He seems to be dealing with this section a lot better than the first two, so I'm guessing he's leaning more towards as Ryan gets out the way for Denmark. Good driving there by the Mercedes driver, and Denmark crosses the line with a 1:17.375, going provisionally fastest. Now who is next? If I remember correctly, it will be Kieran Rees. So I believe Kieran had to ease off. I am getting a message saying that my internet quality is experiencing some difficulties, guys, so my apologies about that. Hopefully the stream doesn't cut out. Let's see. So who else can we, who noteworthy? We've got HT on his outlap. Let's see how HT does. Coming through to the last few corners. Gets on it, and we have got our first retirement in quality. SC Collider in the racing point has lost it through the dreaded turns 7 and 8, and will be starting at the back of the grid today. So our first retirement in quality. Now HA, they're getting on the curb really nicely. They're making full use of the track as we come around. My apologies, out of turn 3 that SC Collider lost it. So let's see how. Great first sector there by H. Taylor of 21.266. Nice line there through turns 5. Down to the dreaded turns 7 and 8. Good line there through them. Back on board and invalidates through turn 9 at high speed. As we can see, Little Jim is now coming out on the medium tyres. Let's see how that does. As I can see, wow, Hawk Pie has gone fastest. Carl Hawkins, our admin, setting a 1:16.4, nearly a second faster than Denmark and Furkan in the Mercedes. A fantastic effort there by Hawk Pie there, a 1:16.4, very solid. He's definitely been putting those laps in on the time trial, I would say, as we see him get down on the brake very quickly so that he doesn't get a warning for speeding in the pit lane. So who else have we got? Let's get on board. I'm interested by Italo. He's just started his fast lap. Bit wide there through turn 1, but is able to hold it well coming through, and it looks like he's eased off already. So got Mitch out on track in the AlphaTauri. I believe he is taking it easy. Well, yeah, there's a yellow flag through sector 1, so have a look. Got HT, he's also taking it easy. Let's sit on board Little Jim. He's just about to start his fast lap. Let's see what Little Jim can pull out the bag for us. Second place in the league admin. Fantastic driver, having finished in the top 2 in all of the races he's taken part in so far. So let's see if he's able to keep that trend on the medium tyres here at Spain. Great line there through turns 1 and 2, getting on the curb, not too much to invalidate his time, but a fantastic turn 1 and 2 there from Jim as we come to the 21.249, and that is a zinch faster than what HT did on the soft tyres as well. So fantastic effort there by little Jim. Good line there through turns 5 and 6 as we head up towards the dreaded turns 7 and 8. Getting on the curb, making it work really well for him there. Not too much spin off of turn 7. As we can see, an Alpha Tauri is pulling out the way. I thought there was going to be a bit of a collision there, but thankfully not. And again, little Jim going purple in sector 2. Really riding that throttle. Good line here as we come to the last 4 turns of the lap. See as we cross the finish line, I think it's going to be something special. Ashwitz has also gone fast with a 1:15.4, and Jim a 1:15.505, currently good enough for second place behind the Ferrari of Ashwitz. So we're now halfway through qualifying nearly, and we can see we've got 11 times set. HT obviously will want to improve on his in 11th, having set a 1:22. We've got quite a few drivers on the track, so let's have a look who is, give me for saying it, noteworthy. I'm going to have a watch Mitch, who's currently coming around turn 15. Now Mitch will be starting at the back. He did join the session late, so as it goes with Codemasters, we will see Mitch starting at the back, but it will be on a fresh set of tyres. So let's see how he does coming through turn 5. Good line there through turns 5 and 6 as we head down towards turns 7 and 8. Is catching up on the Red Bull, I'm going to presume, of Shankly, compromising. Now that would have compromised Mitch's run out of turn 7 and 8. Sorry there guys, I saw a couple of people leave the session, so I'm going to send a couple more invites because I'm not sure if they have them. I thought maybe my connection had dropped there, that's why I went quiet. So coming around the last 2 turns, let's see how Mitch does. What is Mitch going to say? I think it's going to be special. 1:15.824, good enough for 3rd place at the moment. So I'm just going to drop a couple more invites, bear with me. Okay guys, I'm back, thanks very much once again. So I think we're all going to sit on board with, I'm going to sit on board with Hawk Pie, whereas we'll sit on board with Denmark. He's currently just about to start his fast lap. Still got quite a few drivers. I think some drivers definitely leaving it for a one hit wonder sort of thing with just 8 minutes left of the session. So Denmark just starting his fast lap now. .21.374 already, nearly 3/10 of a second up on his flying lap. So locks up a bit there through turn 5. Zhao gets out the way very nicely there without compromising Denmark's run. Can see Furkan has been disqualified from the session, so Furkan, who was sitting in 9th, has been disqualified for blocking the pit lane. So Furkan will be starting at the back. All DQs do go automatically to the back of the grid, so that is unfortunate there for the McLaren debutant. As we see Denmark coming across the line now, what is he going to set? It's going to be a 1:16.674, currently good enough for 6th place. But let's get on board with Hawkeye, who's done a purple 2nd sector. What are we going to see here from Kyle? our league admin in the Williams as he comes around the last corner. Good line there. And he is going to set a 1:16. 5:12. Doesn't improve on his fastest lap, but still in 4th position. I did once again see another driver drop. I'm just going to send one more invite out to them. Once the race starts, I do believe I've sent secondary invites out to all drivers now. So once the race starts, that will not be happening. People's connections drop, they drop. Who have we got out on a lap at the moment? Let's have a look at Kieran. Kieran has invalidated his lap, but not saving his ERS. So I presume he's going to be coming in and looking to make a change onto a fresh set of tyres. And we've got Itzlu, and it will stay on board with Itzlu, who I think is actually just ahead. I have on the track here. So let's stay on board with Itzlu. We'll see how he does. Slow down a bit now, giving himself a bit of space. He already has quite a bit to the car ahead of him, so is this required? I'm not so sure. I have also on an outlap. Obviously you don't know that when you're driving, you just know you've got a car coming up behind you. It's better to get out of the way. As we can see, Pressing Mixer coming through now. Is Pressing Mixer actually on a flying lap? Yeah, he is, so let's get on board with Pressing. Is he going to improve on his fastest lap? Okay, I'm coming over the line. This is going to be a 1:16.813, good enough for 8th place. Guys, I will be right back. Please excuse me. Hey guys, sorry about that, got caught a bit by surprise there. So anyway, let's have a look. So Ashfit's still our leading driver. We've got HJ and we've got Little Jim, who have both done their laps on softs, on medium, sorry, in the top three. That is obviously going to play a huge difference in terms of tyre wear and tyre degradation. So let's see how the guys do going into the race, starting on the medium tyres. Now Mitch will, I think his efforts are in vain. He will be starting at the back simply because of and as I say that, commentator's curse, Mitch spins it out like crazy. So we've got Zhao, he's not on a lap, HT neither. Let's have a look. Paul Harrison is not on a lap either. Hawkman down in 8th has done a great job getting to into the top 8. Let's see if he's able to improve on this. We'll follow around for the last lap of qualifying. Okay. Runs a little bit wide there out of turn 6, but heading down towards turn 7. Whoa, that's going to have cost him a lot of time there. Let's see, how does Carl do coming over to the end of sector 2? I don't see him improving. He's not hit his DRS on, and yeah, he's 7 tenths down. So Denmark getting over the line with just seconds to spare, but not on a flying lap. Let's sit on board with Preston Mixer, see how he does in the Renault. Coming around, and again, nope, not eased off, just taking it easy, making sure he doesn't invalidate. Wow, I think the big surprise for me is seeing it's Lou is going to be starting at the back in 18th, having not set a flying lap. This is going to be a very interesting lineup. Lou, one of our, as we see Preston Mixer invalidate his lap time, so Preston Mixer will not be improving, nor will Martin. So I do believe that is quali over. Sorry? Are you going to bed? See you tomorrow, Dad. Oh, sorry about that, guys. So yeah, that is quali over for us. So we've got Ashfitz in the Ferrari starting in first. Little Jim in the Mercedes will be starting in second. HT in the Red Bull starting in third. Zhao in fourth. I do believe Rumax is going to be promoted to 5th. I do believe that Mitch will be starting from the back because he didn't join the session on time. So let's have a look. Okay, so just 1 second, guys, just having a look here. Okay. So that is our qualifying session over. So yeah, Paul Harrison qualifying in 7th in the Haas. Great result there for Paul. Hawk Pie 8th, Denmark 9th, Preston Mixer 10th, Martin 69er in the Alpha Tauri is qualified in 11th. Hatton in 12th, Ryan in the Mercedes in 13th, Shankly in the Red Bull 14th, Kieran in the Alfa Romeo in 15th, Sanchez in the Williams in 16th, SC Collider 17th, even though he did retire early on. Itzlu failing to set a time, as well as I have, and Furkan Alpine will be starting at the back of the grid due to the Codemasters glitch he had, which ultimately got him disqualified from the session. So drivers will be readying up very shortly. Let's see how they get on. As always, we've got a 50% race here. I believe around Catalonia that is low 30 laps. So let's get going. Once again, I hope you're all enjoying the stream, and yeah, I hope you're all enjoying the stream. Remember to like, subscribe and leave comments, and I will do my best to yes, and I will do my best to respond to them. So All the drivers are now just getting ready. We're gonna have a look at the race director. Let's see. So yeah, as I suspected, Mitch will be starting in 19th. Ryan will be starting in 20th because they didn't join the session on time. Well, Ryan did, but unfortunately his connection dropped. Furkan will be starting in 18th, and this has promoted several of the drivers, giving Shankly in 12th his opportunity for a first start, for his first points finish. So let's see how he's able to do. And in 12th for the Red Bull. We will be going shortly with the formation lap. Let's see. Astrid will be starting from pole, Little Jim in the Mercedes second, H Taylor in third. This will be an interesting battle. Let's have a look at the tyre choices. We will very shortly be getting the data. As we can see, every driver who did not start in the top 10 besides Shankly and Mitch have chosen to go on the mediums. So we see Martin and Hatton have come together and will be waiting at the start finish line for quite some time while the rest of the drivers get about. Their tyres are going to be freezing, which will not be ideal for the Haas and the AlphaTauri drivers. So getting back to the list, we've got Little Jim and H Taylor in perfect positions there. I mean, we will be getting an update shortly about what to expect in terms of tyre strategies. I'm thinking 33 laps. You're going to want to try and make this a one-stop, be it a soft hard or a medium hard mix. I think Aswich is going to have so much to do. He's going to need to get away. He's going to need to pull away. Hope Zhao can't get past the Red Bull and the Mercedes so that he can build a gap over the rest of these soft runners who will be pitting around the same sort of time with him, and he won't have to come out into too much traffic. So as we see here, it's actually recommending the two-stop strategy powered by F1 Insights by AWS. So soft medium or soft medium hard. I'm presuming for the medium runners it would be a medium hard switch. So putting Little Jim and H Taylor in a fantastic position here to score even more points and stretch their lead out over Mitch, who is next in the championship. Mitch currently 21 points behind Little Jim in the standings and currently 17 places behind him on the grid. So let's see how Mitch does today to catch up the rest of the front runners. As we can see, our front runners are now heading towards the start of the grid, and we will be getting going shortly. So I'm going to sit on board. I want to sit on board with H Taylor for this. I think this is going to be a fantastic start to round 5 of the OBF1 League here at the Circuit de Catalunya. For the first time, we have got H Taylor not starting on the front row. Ashfitz has spoiled the party there, taking pole in the Ferrari on the soft tyres. Let's see how he does.
Pete, we've got a glitch.
Have we? Okay.
Yeah,
what's the glitch?
My tyres started on 27%, and also Kieran has an issue where it didn't give him free choice of tyres even though he's not in top 10. So I don't know if it's happened to any other people as well.
I don't know, but thank you for letting me know, mate.
Should we do a custom grid?
I don't know. I don't know how to get that across.
If we just back out instead of an invite out,
we might have to then. How's everyone getting on? Okay. I don't know what to do. Sorry guys. I'm just in a chat with one of the admins now. Apparently there's been a Codemasters glitch. I think it's too late now. I think it's going to be too late. I don't know what's going on though, but sorry mate. Okay. So yeah, apparently we're getting some Codemasters glitches happening, guys. I do apologise about this. As we have got a full course safety car. 2 cars are out. Ryan and Furkan have both retired from the session, and we've got a virtual safety car in place now. We will shortly be getting back to a green light racing here at Catalunya. 2 cars out in Ryan and Furcan, unfortunately. Don't know what happened there. We cross the line to start lap 2, still under virtual safety car conditions. I've never seen a virtual safety car go on for this long. We are back racing now. We are back racing, and we've got a drive-through penalty for Zhao, who is in, and Zhao has actually retired from the race. We've got another car pulling into the pits. I think Zhao's just had enough, starting so high up the grid, and yeah, has decided to retire. We've got I have an SC Collider in the pits. They will be changing on to the harder tyres, I presume, as we can see Ash really looking to pull out a gap here over, who have we got second? H. Taylor has jumped Little Jim into second place and is pulling away from him. Coming down towards turns 9 and 10. Sit on board with Little Jim. Let's have a look at position changes so far. So the big movers, Kieran up 3 places from his starting position. Mitch has now left the session. I'm presuming this might be another glitch. But I will be right back, guys. Mitch being one of our drivers having gained the most places as well, so that's unfortunate for him. Let's just get him another invite because I don't think he got another one. It appears we're having some Codemasters glitches today, so hopefully these do sort themselves out. And we've got a full course safety car in place, and I've just got a message saying we've also got DRS enabled, which wouldn't be the case. So who else is, and Hawk Pie is out as well, so Hawk Pie has retired. Whereabouts, can't see it, but yeah, we are now under a full course safety car. We'll just give the drivers a chance to I'm really sorry about this, guys. Unfortunately, it is a Codemasters glitch. I don't. So. Okay guys, I think I'm gonna call a red flag, so I'm gonna ask Little Jim to leave the session, but yeah, I'm declaring a red flag. Okay guys, so Mitch, if you are listening, could you please set up a new lobby? Invite me and I'll invite the drivers. Thank you guys. Red flag. We're going to start with a new lobby. Okay guys, I'm gonna get set up. if we can all red flag, this race is being abandoned and we're going to restart in a new lobby, hopefully not picking up any glitches. So guys, please, anyone who can hear me, please stop racing and leave the session. Looking for some acknowledgement from any of the drivers racing. If you can, retire. If you can hear my messages, please retire from the session. And we are going to restart shortly in a new lobby. Okay guys, I'm going to be now leaving this broadcast and we are getting a new lobby running very shortly. No, there's a glitch. Now, hey mate,
that was absolute chaos.
Yeah, I'm going to see if my stream is continuing running now. I just need to check to see if it's still running.
That was absolute chaos. Yeah, it is. I've got it running on my phone at the moment.
Cool. Okay, so I don't need to reload. I just need to get everyone. So.
I've invited a few people, but I don't know who else needs to come in.
Okay, I'm going to get to lap 1. I decided to retire. We've got
and also Kieran has an issue where...
Okay. Right, so you're in your car.
Shit, isn't it?
Thanks. Yeah. Thank you. I haven't, no, but I've not really been paying attention. Mitch, can you hear me? You'll need to open the lobby up so that Hawk Pie can join. Give us a minute. I'll get the invites out and then we can worry about that. Just getting the rest of the invites out. Martin was one of them, yep. Yeah. I think the same needs to go for the people. Oh no, wait, those out of the top 10. Yeah, no. As long as they don't. Yeah. Okay, let's have a look. Is there anyone else I need to invite? I'm not sure. Great. Chairs, Max. Let's see if there's anyone in there. I know there's at least one driver in the reserves that I need to invite. Is there anyone else? Maybe somebody's out. Okay. So you're going to have to set the custom grid.
Yeah, I would, yeah.
I'm going to check there for me.
You just make sure everyone's in. Have we got everyone in yet? No, still waiting
No, we got 14. We need 21. So 15. Just 6 more. Yeah, we have got some really crap connections here. Right, what cars are missing? We've got one Ferrari, so that's going to be, I think, Ashford's. Because it's Lou's in here, isn't he? Yeah, so Ashford's.
Yeah.
Right, can you do me a favour? Can you go on the lobby and tell me which cars are missing? Like select team and track. Yep, I sent him an invite. We've got one. Yep. Do you mean Red Bull? H Taylor.
Yep, Rebel, yeah, so it'll be H Taylor.
Okay. Kieran Reese is in, so his teammate was Zhao. I've sent him an invite. I'll send another one. So both horses. Yep. I've sent them both invites, but I'll send another one. Yep, that's cool. That's, yeah, we have to open the lobby up for him. So, yeah, send a message in the staff chat so that he knows. Right. Yeah. So, it was both the Hasses, so Paul Harrison and Hatton. Okay.
In, Ashford's is in,
yep.
So it's still Ryan we're missing.
Yep, we're missing Ryan, we're missing the 2 Hasses. Everyone has now got an invite. I've sent everyone invites. Who's the other Alfa Romeo? Kieran and Zhao. Okay, well they need to hurry up. Okay, guys.
Zhao left the race because he crashed out, so he might not know that it's a red flag.
Yes.
Hatton's in.
Yeah. Callum has just asked, not Callum, sorry, Kyle has just asked, oh, by the way, you need to change the track to Spain.
That's a good point. We don't want to be starting there, do we?
No.
Weather I'm going to put to clear because that's what the weather was, okay?
Yes, that's fine. Okay, Ryan's asking for some spamming. Okay, I'm going to just send a message at Paul Harrison at, who's the other horse?
Hatton, he's in though.
Hatton,
he's just not selected. He's not picked his car yet.
Okay, so at Paul Harrison at Zhao. Okay. Have you opened the lobby yet?
I'll put it to friends only.
Okay, let's get him in now then. Okay, can you send a message to Carl? I've got to drop another invite to Ryan. He's having issues, I guess. Which is funny because he didn't earlier. I was racing against him earlier. But, yes, please. Yes, please. Okay. So pulls it in. That's good. So we've got both of the horses in, Zhao and Ryan. I've sent a message. Oh. Let's see if there's any more coming along. Zhao joining. Okay, if Zhao's not okay, Zhao's not returning, so I'm going to give you the grid. Okay. I'm guessing.
Let me get onto it now quickly. Is that everybody in then? Yeah.
Everyone besides Zhao. Yeah.
Alright, grid editor.
Yes, please.
Okay, so who was pole?
Ashfitz. Hey guys, just getting the grid now set up, as you can probably hear between the communications of me and Mitch. So, just getting the grid set up now. We will be going in a few minutes, hopefully.
Who was fourth?
Zhao, so he's not here, so Wumax in the
Fifth.
Renault. Paul Harrison.
Yep. Sixth.
Hawk Pie.
Yep.
Denmark.
Yep.
Pressing Mixer.
Yep.
Martin 69er.
Yep.
Hatton.
Yep.
Shankly.
Yep.
Kieran Rees.
Yep.
Sanchez.
Yep.
SC Collider.
Yep.
Itzlu.
Yep.
I have.
Yep.
Furkan Alpay.
Yep.
Yourself, Nen Ryan.
Okay, so I'll just run this back to you quickly now, make sure I got it right. Ashfitz, Lil Jim, H. Taylor, Wumax, Paul Harrison, Hawkeye, Denmark, Pressing Mixer, Martin 69er, Hatton, Shankly, Kieran, Sanchez, SD Collider, Itzlu, I have, Furkan, me, Ryan.
Correct.
Yeah.
I will drop the message to...
changes.
Yes, please. Okay.
Right, yeah, ready up again then when you're ready. The mixture settings are right, 50%.
Full
Strict
grid,
corner cutting, damage full.
custom grid, safety car collisions. You've got you have got a, what's it called? Ghosting is on. Yep, that's fine. All is fine.
Yeah.
Yep.
Alright, sweet. I'll leave this party again, mate. You can crack on with your comms.
Thank you, mate, and thank you for your help.
That's right. See you on the other side.
Will do. Good luck.
Cheers, mate.
Okay, guys. So after a crazy 45 minutes, we are get go again. Hopefully this time we do not have any glitches. Thank you for staying on board. I hope you've all enjoyed your break. We will be getting going again with the grid that we started off with. Anyone who started in the top 10 tyres that they qualified on, the only drivers in the top 10 with Zhao having not returned that will be starting on the mediums are, just having a look now, okay, so the only drivers who should be starting on the medium tyres in the top 10 are Little Jim, HT, Martin 69er and Hatton. They're the only drivers in the top 10 on the mediums. Everyone else in the top 10 will be required to have the softs on. So let's see as the grid gets going how everyone's tyre situation is looking up. Obviously the good thing about a restarted session where it is race only, you will not have any tyre wear on those soft tyres, which will be zapped after just a few laps. So let's see how everyone does with the restart. Unfortunately, Zhao did leave the session due to the Codemasters glitches, but we will be getting going again very shortly here at the Circuit de Catalunya. Like I said, hopefully we won't have any issues this time. So yeah, once again we am now going to confirm tyres. Sweet. Yep, that's all fine then. Awesome. So every driver outside the top 10 did have their option of tyres. Everyone besides Shankly has gone for the mediums, and Mitch, who has also chosen to go into the harder tyres. So we will be getting going very shortly. Let's get some data up for ourselves. Unfortunately, Zhao, who qualified a brilliant fourth, didn't rejoin us, so that has promoted the rest of the field. Remax is now going to be starting in fourth in the Renault. Good chance today for the Renault team to pick up some very valuable points in the constructors. Currently sitting in seventh with 23 points, just 1 point ahead in McLaren and 3 points behind the Racing Point drivers of SC Glider and Denmark, who separate, who is in the middle of Remax and Pressing Mixer. So let's see how they get going. We've got 33 laps, so once again it will be a one stop strategy for those on the mediums, I would say, a 2-stop strategy for those on the softs without a doubt. So got a lot of comments coming through. Couldn't change my car setup. So it looks like Hawkeye might be in for a bit of a difficult race, but the good thing about he's not being able to change his car setup, but on the bright side he has got a 1 second. Spain is quite a neutral track. I mean, I generally tend to run 3.6, 4.7 rings, and the standard setup here is 6.6, so you can always get less downforce on the front wing. So let's hope that will be the case as we come around to the end of the formation lap. Ash will be leading us off again, and I am going to sit on board once again with H. Taylor. Hopefully this time we don't have any connection issues, but I'm seeing a lot of people on just one bump, so hopefully we do get going here at the Circuit at Catalunya with no issues. So as we can see there, pit stop around about lap 14 for the live. Let's see. Okay. Nope, and we will be go shortly here at okay. 4, 5. And we are go here at the Spanish Grand Prix in the OBF1 Racing League. The first top 3 getting away very quickly. Hawk Pie down the inside of Paul Harrison. A fantastic move there for 4th position there by the Williams on the Haas driver. Can see the top 3. Ash already making a clean break, already over a second ahead of Hawk Pie in the next soft tyres. Martin and Hatton, if this correct, 6th and 7th, I'm not sure that is correct. Wow, so Martin is already up 3 positions. Can see Ryan Shankly dropping down. He is down to 13th, and Mitch already up to 14th position from 19th. A brilliant start there by Mitch. So let's get some. HT has left the session. We are having connection issues, so I'm just going to drop another invite, and we'll continue to do so. Just when we are having Codemasters glitches, you do have to work just that little bit harder. So let's get that out. Okay. So that is going to make HT pay, but hopefully he will be back with us quickly. So I was going to focus on positions gained. So as we can see, Mitch already up 5 places from 18th up to now we're getting a Codemasters glitch, so we won't be able to follow that up. But Kieran Reese is showing as ghosting, as is iHarv. Still getting some issues with this, and I can see Rumax has not had a great start to the race, already in the pits for a new front wing. So let's follow them. And they are pulling away from HT. HT has disconnected, so he has got another invite. Hopefully he will utilise it, get back in the race and give Jim a bit of competition. But yeah, Jim very quickly pulling away here from Ashfitz. Ashfitz just not able to respond to Jim's lightning pace around this track. Around, well, every track he races at pretty much. So, right, where we've got some battles going on. So we've got a decent train actually behind the ghosting Red Bull of Paul, who managed to get past Hawk Pie afterwards, and Martin's 69 Hawk Pie falling back a little bit. Has Kyle got some damage to his wing? I don't think so, it doesn't look like it, but he is going to have to defend hard here from the racing point of Denmark. Denmark up the inside, is he going to be able to make this move stick? No. Brilliant driving there by the two drivers, keeping it tight, keeping it clean. Let's get on board with Denmark, let's see if he's able. He does have to get off the throttle just a little bit there through turn 3. That is going to compromise him into turns 4 and 5. As Hawk Pie runs wide, getting on the gravel, but Denmark had to get on the brakes to avoid a collision into his rear. Because it's Lou. I'm definitely seeing some end plate there. Is that Lou's end plate that we just saw coming off? Yep, it looks like Lou has lost part of his end plate. So will he be able to hold off, or is he going to have to pit then onto the harder tyres? Let's see if he can make it last. We're still getting some severe lagging problems, so that is the unfortunate situation we do sometimes get with Codemasters. Not much we can do, unfortunately, when you're running different. As Hawk Pie runs very wide there through turn 12, I believe that is, and Denmark is able to make the move up the inside. CHT still hasn't as. Okay, yeah, we're definitely having some severe lag issues here, because the Martin 69er is up into 4th position in the AlphaTauri. Brilliant start there for the AlphaTauri driver, and Paul Harrison in the Haas in 3rd place. Fantastic driving there by the Haas driver. Little Jim already with a very commanding 4-second lead over Ash. Dropping onto the Discord to see if there's any messages. Appears for some reason H. Taylor has been kicked from the race. We're definitely having some severe Codemasters glitches here. Definitely be something for the admins to review for after the race. Not quite sure what happened. Brilliant. Okay, fantastic. And H. Taylor is back on. We did have a message in the Discord saying he'd been kicked. He is down to 5th place. Is it still possible he can redeem and get back up to 2nd? I would say more than easily. He's only a few seconds behind 2nd of Ashfitz. It's not going to be easy by any stretch of the imagination, but 5 seconds behind Ashfitz with 28 laps to go on the fresher medium tyres, which won't have degged as much. I would definitely think possible. Now Paul Harrison is getting very close to the DRS range of Ashfitz. Still got a lot of ERS left as well, 79% here. Brilliant drive by the Haas driver. Can see Martin as well. Let's get up intervals. So when we are really struggling with the Codemasters here, so we're not getting any timings at the moment, but what I am seeing on the track map is a nice big battle from the racing point of Denmark all the way down really to, well, we're looking Mitch in the AlphaTauri in 12th place, as we see Ashfitz pick up the first warning of the evening for exceeding track limits. I'm sure we're going to have quite a few of them, especially coming through turn 9. Again, Hawk Pie picking up one as well. So yeah, I think we're definitely going to see some. See, the thing is, I selected Hawk Pie and it showed me the AlphaTauri, so that was interesting. Yep. Penalties coming through thick and fast now. So because see, Paul Harrison has got DRS range on Ashfitz. They're both on the same tyre, both the same DRS wide open. Is he going to be able to make this move stick? Brakes early. Good line there through turns 1 and 2, and it looks like Paul has made the move stick into 2nd place. in the Haas there. Brilliant move there to get up into second for Paul Harrison. By far his best performance thus far. Let's hope I've not just given him the Codemasters the commentator's curse, sorry, and doomed him to bad luck now. Let's hope not. I can see Lou still out there battling, not wanting to lose out. Getting messages that we are having severe difficulties with people lagging and whatnot, so yeah, trying to keep on top of that as well as commentate. Thank you very much for that, Ryan. So staying on board with Lou, like I said, we've got a bit of a DRS train behind, is it Hatton? Yeah, behind Hatton in the Haas, who breaks a bit early. Mitch having to really get on the brakes hard there, so will Mitch be able to make a move into onto the home straight? Hatton without the DRS, Mitch on the less worn, harder compound tyres. Let's see what he's able to do. Not much ERS left yet for Mitch. Is he going to be able to make this stick? I know he likes to run the very aggressive fuel mode. It will all depend on which setup is. I think Hatton's done just about enough, and Mitch has to avoid the collision there. That was either very late braking or very early braking, but nothing untoward. So wow, I mean, haven't spoken about him yet, up to 5th position. I think that's got to be a gain of 13-14 places. So like 11 places, him and Mitch both up 11 places, driving superbly. Martin 69. Where is this correct? Yeah, it looks like Paul Harrison has had a mistake. He must have had to pit. Yeah, it looks like Paul Harrison has pitted onto the medium tyres. It was getting to the crossover time, so hopefully not having any issues. As we see him on the back of Shankly, who is on 7 lap old soft tyres. Should be a pretty simple move coming into turn 10. As you can see, good line there by the Haas on the fresher mediums. Easy pass there on the Red Bull. Next up for him is Furkan Alpine. Let's have a watch for the battle for 8th. We've got Kieran Rees there. I know Hawk Pie is carrying damage as we see him get into the pits. Kieran will have free ground and DRS to use to catch up to its Lou, who does not have much ERS left. Still not feeling the need to use his ERS though, Kieran, as he gets on the curb. Good line there through turn 1. Oh, I thought he was going to spin it there. Got a bit too much of turn 2, but was able to hold it there. Good driving. So, any other battles? We've got Hatton. Mitch has made the pass on Hatton, but has used all of his ERS to do it. Hatton in a very good position now to try and take it back. The mediums will be slightly more worn, but still have some decent life in them, and with a lot more ERS. We'll have DRS after this straight. You can see Ryan's left the session. That's why that will be another week for him. Hatton running a bit slow and wide out of turn 9 now. Okay. Focus on the battle for 10th. Paul Harrison already on the back of Furkan. Furkan, we know from our brother league in Delta Pace Racing, very fast driver, so good driving there by Paul to catch him up. Paul seems to really like this track. Good move there to get past the McLaren, nice and tidy, up into 10th place there. Question is he going to be able to leap? As we can see, H. Taylor has made the move on Martin 69, and yep, has taken 2nd place, as I expected he would do. He's got 1 stop to make this race on the mediums, which will be less worn, having AI for a few laps of the race after getting disconnected. So hopefully he'll be able to use his fresher tyres to pull out a bit of a lead over the Alpha Tauri, as we see him lock up through turns 5. So sitting on board with SC Collider, Paul Harrison is really making rapid progress through this field already. 2 seconds up on Furkan, who he only overtook 2 sectors ago, just under a lap. Oh wow, Paul definitely making good use here of the fresher mediums. Let's follow him. Looks like Martin 69 must have made a mistake because he is going very slow. Or no, I think he's actually pitted. Let's have a look. Nope, looks like Martin has got a problem. Yeah, I think Martin's got a slight problem. He is diving into the pits now. We'll be looking to change onto the hard tyre to get him to the end of the race. Yep, so let's get on board now with It's Lou, who's alongside Kieran Reese in the Alfa Romeo. The good move there, gets on the brake. Is he going to be able to hold this? Yep, fantastic move there by It's Lou for 6th position in the Ferrari, already doing brilliantly, progressing through as Kieran comes up the inside. Did not see that happening. Lou did have to get off the throttle a bit, but oh, I thought there was going to be contact. There's the two drivers in the Alfa Romeo and the Ferrari go side by side, and Kieran running a bit wide there. I'm not sure. I think there was just about enough room now, but I'm not sure. Very good driving now between the guys to avoid a collision, and Paul Harrison catching up on them immensely. Paul currently running well ahead of the other drivers who have stopped. So Ash Fitz is down in 11th, 5 seconds behind, no sorry, 6 seconds behind Paul Harrison, so he's got some shifting to do if he wants to catch up to the Haas driver. Where have we got any other battles? I'm going to stay on board with this battle. This is by far going to be the most interesting battle, as we can see the drivers coming around the last few turns of lap 11 of 33 here at the Circuit Catalunya. Kieran doesn't get a great run out of the last turn. This is going to give Paul the chance on the fresher tyres to get past. Kieran moving to the inside there. Good, picks his defensive spot. How are the guys going to go about this? Paul's on the inside, but does have to lift off the throttle to avoid contact there. Good driving between the two of them. It's Luke still really struggling with that turn. I think he is still running with a broken end plate. If he is, this is superb driving by the Ferrari to hold off Kieran Reese, who clearly has no damage as we come through turn 10. Oh, Kieran runs a bit wide there. Connecting there with Paul, but Paul must be running a good amount of downforce, does not spin it out. Little Jim already half a lap ahead of these guys with a 1. However, he does still need to pit, so that's fair, I guess. But some superb running by our leaders, Little Jim, HT, and I have Mitch up into 4th as well. Be interested to see when he pits, the only driver to have started on the harder compound tyres. So see Paul waiting his chance. He knows he's got the fresher tyres over It's Lou. He knows he's going to have DRS where Lou won't. And see there's a yellow flag in sector 2, one of the Alpha Towers. I can presume to only be Martin 69er. Yep, Martin 69er. So Paul now up into 6th position. Next up on his list, Hatton, his teammate. How will he be able to catch him up? If he can catch him up, let's see. Can see Martin 69er has retired from the session, and we've got a virtual safety car on track right now. So all drivers will have to limit themselves to the 40% limiter and do their best not to go over. Otherwise they will get drive-through penalties. You can see a few drivers taking the opportunity now to pit. It's Lou and Womax are both in the pits, so making use of this VOC. It's Lou now coming out. Martin 69 has left the session. Thank you anyway for joining, Martin. I hope you did enjoy your race here with the OBF1 Racing League. So let's see, we will soon again be going to full green flag racing. Let's get on board between Ashfitz and Furkan. So both of them on the medium compound tyre, but Ashfitz will be a lot fresher. So let's see how quickly can he catch up. So we can see we are now back to green flag racing, so let's sit on board with Ashfitz. He has lost a bit of time to Furkan now. I'm guessing he might have had to slow off around the green flag. So let's see how this goes. not able to make a move at the moment, still a considerable gap. So let's sit on board with Kieran Rees, who is still within DRS range of Paul Harrison on the much fresher mediums. Kieran really working his tyres well to keep on board with Paul, whilst we see iHarv currently in second place, having picked up a 3 second time penalty for exceeding track limits. HT right on the back of Mitch. I want to focus on that, but I think this is going to become a very interesting battle and very quickly. So let's have a look. Both of them are on the harder compound tyres now. HT haven't switched over to them, so let's see. Yeah, pressure. Little Jim also still out in front, 11 seconds ahead of iHarv on the mediums, having pitted. A phenomenal drive by the Mercedes driver, and let's see what he can do. I mean, it's a decent gap between iHarv and HT. iHarv has gone longer on the mediums. Let's see what he's able to do with them, if he loses any time, and if he does, how much. So HT not catching up to Mitch as I expected he would, but not using his ERS, both of them with a decent amount of ERS still left. So let's see. Got Furkan has still got Ash on his tail. It did look like that one of them had pitted, one of them had got past, but no, maybe Furkan with the DRS. So let's sit back on board with Ashwitz. Our original pole sitter has not had the best of race, unfortunately, due to the glitches I think we've had and some damage earlier on. But in ninth, with one more pit stop to go, without a doubt. Let's see if these drivers choose to go 2 mediums or try and stretch these mediums out and then go into softs later on, which will give them an immense advantage over very worn mediums and hard tyres. So let's see. Yep, stay on board for this battle for now. Lots of drivers starting to pick up their penalties. As we see iHarv take to the pits, he will get passed by Mitch and HT. We've got a good battle here between HT and Mitch. HT making light work with the DRS to get past Mitch, not even needing to use his ERS. Much fresher tyres. Hatton picking up a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Interestingly, Shankly has made his soft tyres last 13 laps. I definitely see him going a one-stopper. However, what sort of pace will he have? We will see as we go through the rest of the race. So HT has now got past Mitch, and with 18 laps to go, 18 seconds down the road is Little Jim. What can H Taylor do? We will see. I'm going to get back onto the battle for 6th. Ash did get past Furkan down the DRS straight. So Ash now up to 6th in the Ferrari. His teammate it's Lou in 12th. And as we can come in around turn 6 and turn 6 up to turn 7, Furkan still within DRS range of Ash, but not getting as great of a come out of that turn. I think he'll just have DRS. Yep, he's got it, so he'll need to make use of it. If he loses any more time, he will not have it down the back straight, and that will cost him. We've got an interesting battle shaping up for the last points position as well, between Kieran, Lou and Hatton, resuming their old battle. As we see HT setting the fastest lap of the race, or 1:18.480, so HT really going for it, wants that extra point. As we see Hatton running really wide through turn 10, and it's Lou getting down the inside to take 10th place, putting both of the Ferraris into the points. How far will it's Lou as Hatton locks up into the last series of corners? Is this going to give Kieran a good exit? It's going to be right on the back of him, already right on the back. There's not, I don't think Hatton is going to have anything to combat there. So yeah, nice clean move there by Kieran. Hatton thinking about the inside but thinking better of it, and Kieran up to 10th place, Lou up to 9th, Hatton down to 11th. See if he can keep up with them and possibly challenge. It's Lou just 3 seconds down the road from Preston Mix. It'll be interesting to see if he's able to close that gap. Looks like Little Jim is trying to respond to that lap set by HT. Not quite fast enough, but a good effort there by the Mercedes driver. Mitch doing a very good job to stay with HT, just 2 seconds down the road and 3 on 12 lap older hards. So have we got any other battles on track? I know it's not a huge battle. I think our Hawkeye's ghosting, so we will leave that one. Shankly is also ghosting, so that's who to set on board with. We see Little Jim coming around to the first of the overlaps. Looks like there could well be a few of them with the gaps that have come about. So currently our top 3 in the championship are sitting top 3. Mitch does still need to pit, but he's got 10 seconds on iHalf, who is on the hard tyre. Fresher hards indeed, but he is on the hard tyre. So it really will come down to driving style. How long will Mitch try and make these hard tyres last him, and will he be switching to mediums or the soft tyres? Only the rest of the race will tell. He's in very little ERS, not feeling the need to, looking to preserve his tyres as he comes up to the first of his overlaps. So I'm still seeing that iHalf is on the back of Paul Harrison. iHalf having switched to the hard tyres. Paul Harrison now on 9 lap old medium, so he's going to feel the difference compared to he's definitely going to feel the difference compared to the likes of when they were fresh and he was able to get past the likes of Kieran and Hatton early on. So let's see how he's able to manage against one of our faster drivers from Friday Racing, iHalf, who's got the DRS, not using the ERS yet, playing the long game, not looking to make any moves. He will probably know that Paul will need to pit again, so he doesn't need to make a silly move that could cost him a lot of time, but constantly closing. And again, we've still got now an interesting battle for 10th. Lou have pulled away from Kieran Reese, but Kieran's now got Hatton and SC Collider. Hatton sticking with Kieran and SC Collider really closing this battle. So let's see how they're able to do, if they're going to take that final position from the Alfa Romeo driver. SC Collider running a bit wide there through turn 1. Makes up for it, as we can see. Hatton, it looked like Hatton was struggling there, but no, it looks like SC is really struggling with that turn, with turn 3. Little Jim setting the fastest lap of the race. It's definitely going to be a battle between the two. There's a yellow flag in sector 3. I think that was a case of HT spun. HT has spun and Mitch has regained second place from HT. I don't know what happened there to H, but Mitch now back up to second, and more importantly 25 seconds is now the gap between HT and Little Jim. So I think barring any catastrophic turn of events, this is Little Jim's race to lose, definitely, and I don't see him doing so. But commentators curse. So Paul Harrison has had to cede the position to iHalf on the much fresher, harder tyres. See if he's able to keep up. I'm still struggling a lot with connection, cars lagging like crazy, but nonetheless a good drive here from the McLaren driver and from the Haas driver. I do believe this will be Paul's second points finish in the Wednesday Night League, having scored 1 point at, just looking at the league table now, having scored 1 point at Netherlands last week, so looking to build on that for this week for the Haas team, who are currently sitting in Diplom last in the constructors, just 2 points to their name at the moment. So these points will come really in handy, especially with the Williams drivers not looking like they're going to score points today. I do believe both of them have had connections issues and will be ghosting through the finish line. Anyone that has happened to, especially for the latter part of the races, will not have their race result counted, as we saw last week in the Friday result with a driver who accessed a lobby finishing the points, but he wasn't a part of the league, so he will not be getting points in a league he does not belong to. So we're now on lap 20 of 33 and Mitch has finally pitted. He has switched to the medium tyres, so those will last him more than comfortably, be able to run them very aggressively if needed. I do believe we're currently running with just 14 drivers, so everyone Womax upwards. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, so Womax is running. Looks like Sanchez is also running. Shankly is back with us as well, so Shankly, Sanchez. So Ryan and Hawkeye are the only ones who seem to have disconnected. So we're still running with 16 drivers, which is fantastic. now on lap 21 on board with our race leader, Little Jim. Paul Harrison, doing very well to keep up with IHAV, not in the DRS range anymore, but doing very well to keep up with the, as we see Mitch down the inside of Ash. Great driving there by the two gentlemen, very clean there, and Mitch getting up to 5th place on the fresh medium tyres. Will he be able to pull out that gap to get out of DRS range? It's going up constantly. Is it going to be enough as he hits the curb out of the 3rd last turn? No, it's not going to be enough. Ash will have DRS in the Ferrari. No, he won't, because he is now pitting. So will he be pitting onto the mediums? I believe so. Paul Harrison also in the pits. It's dropped to 5th, and Mitch is up to 4th, and on the trail he has got 12 seconds to catch to IHAV for the podium position. Denmark has had a very quiet race, but now we find Denmark up into 5th. I do believe Denmark has one more pit stop to make on 13 lap old mediums. Won't be looking to try and make these to the last to the end. So, but nonetheless, a good drive there. It's Lou as well. 8 lap old medium, 8 lap old hards should be able to see these through, as we saw. Mitch, who only came in 1 lap ago, on the off of the hard tyres, so Itzlu, barring any issues, shouldn't have much problems making these tyres last to the end. He is gaining on Paul, just 2.5 seconds behind. Let's see how that gap progresses. See a decent battle shaping up for 10th on the track between Hatton and Collider. Just 7/10 separating the two drivers now, so will Hatton be able to hold on to that last points playing position, which will mean the world to the harsh driver. It would be Hatton's first points finish here on the OBF1 league, so I'm sure he's not going to want to see this position, as we see SC Collider getting on the brakes a little bit later there than Hatton. I think we're getting some lagging issues here, but SC Collider really struggling around the sharp right-hander. Coming through the last chicane now. Yeah, we're definitely getting some lag as SC Collider loses it a bit out of turn, second last turn, sorry. So he has got ERS, he is using it, he's got the DRS wide open. I don't think it's going to be enough to catch him right now, but it will close the gap for sure. So let's have a look for some battles. Mitch closed up about a second that lap on IHAV. He's got 10 laps to gain 12 seconds. Can he do it? We will see. Okay, so I've got Ashfitz down in 13th behind Denmark, so the two guys on fresh mediums. Interesting to see how they can progress through the field now. Both very fast drivers, the Ferrari and Denmark in the Racing Point. Denmark having finished 3rd last week at Netherlands, and Ashfitz, what's Ash's best result in the league? So Ash has had a 5th place finish last week at Netherlands. Great result there for, sorry, 4th place finish, my apologies, 4th place finish at Netherlands. So we got 3rd and 4th from last week, currently 12th and 13th, haven't pitted onto the fresh mediums. Denmark really anxious to get past Furkan Alpine in 11th place, but we've got a bit of a train now behind the Racing Point of SC Collider. How long will he be able to hold these guys off? We will stay with this battle. Got a few cars here in a bit of a DRS train. Oh, Denmark having to get off the racing line there to avoid a collision with Furkan. Furkan taking it very easy rounds turn 2, loses the position to Denmark, and he's now got Ash right on his back. But looks like he'll be able to hold the position into sector 2. So Denmark now up to 11th place, right on the back of Hatton. Will Hatton be able to hold him off? He's got 10 laps to go. 10 laps to go. I believe Little Jim is actually... Wow, this is an incredible effort by the Mercedes driver. So 9 laps to go. It will be a case of when, not if, that Little Jim gets past, I do believe. So you can see Denmark down the inside of Hatton there. Furkan outbraking himself. Ashfitz does get round this inside of Furkan to take 12th position. Next up is Hatton for him, and next up for Denmark is his teammate SC Collider. Will he be able to get in the DRS range before the last turn? I don't think so. I don't think he's done it. No, it's going to be close. Yes, he's just managed it. He's going to have DRS on his teammate. I don't think he's got enough in the barrel to make a move, as we see Collider getting on the grass a bit. This could help Denmark get the move done, but no, he thinks better of it. Hatton now out of DRS range, as is Ashford. So what we had was a DRS train last lap, but now all of the drivers out of DRS range besides Denmark on his teammate Collider. So let's see if he's able to make the move swiftly, as Collider once again getting on the dirt, really struggling with the track, with the boundaries of the track, not the limits per se, but yeah, all the drivers have had to ease off because of Little Jim, our race leader, and will maybe championship leader, overlapping, so these guys will need to back off as well. We do strongly encourage drivers when they get the signal to let the driver pass, even as we can see there, brilliant by Denmark, gets out the way, doesn't cause any trouble there for the Mercedes. And okay, yeah, he's lost some time to SC Collider, but I imagine once SC Collider pulls over again, I mean, this is brilliant driving. I've seen so many leagues where, as we've got a retirement, Ashford is out. What's going on there? Right, so Ashford apparently had retired. His car was on the track. No terminal damage, it looked like. I'm not quite sure what happened there, but Womack's definitely picked up some damage to his end plate. Is he going to have to pit? Yes, he is. So, got Furkan right on the back of Hatton. That was unfortunate there for Womack's, because we obviously saw that Ashford had retired in the Mercedes, but he was still on track and his car wasn't ghosting. We do have ghosting activated in the league, so that was a weird one. I'm not quite sure what happened there. But getting back to the racing, Little Jim having now overlapped everyone up to 9th and progressing very nicely forward, up to 7th and 8th of Kieran and Preston Mixer. That's probably our closest battle on track at the moment, so we're going to pay attention to this one. Some great driving by Kieran, substituting for the Alfa Romeo team, looking we're going to want to build up their points, currently sitting in 4th place in the constructors, and with Ashwitz having retired and Lou in 6th place, he's going to need all those points. Lou's Ferrari's team only 3 points behind Kieran, currently 4 points separating the two of them, so I do believe Pressing Mix is going to have to pit again. He's only got 6 laps though. Is he going to try and make him stick, or is he going to pit and basically forego any points position? Let's see as we enter the last 6 laps of the race, sorry, last 7 laps of the race. That will be Little Jim on lap 27. The rest of the drivers still pretty much on the lap before, so lap 26. I do believe, yeah, HT just coming over the line now, so yeah, Little Jim closing up on these two even more so. Definitely a case of when he gets them. So wow, I mean, this is just incredible driving by the Mercedes driver, really showing his strengths around the Circuit de Catalunya. But Kieran getting off the throttle there a bit to avoid track limits. He will also have those to contend with, but on much fresher hards. I can't see Pressing Mixer being able to hold him off forever. And then Kieran needs to gain his penalties now. Penalties obviously will play a factor. And wow, Kieran, 12 seconds of penalties. He's going to have to put it pedal to the metal, flat out, to try and make this stick. As we see Pressing Mixer dive into the pits for his last stop, he will be switching on to softs, you can be sure of that, and going for not just the fastest lap, but also him to get back into the top 10 and make it stick. A lot of the drivers around him will have penalties, so is it possible? I would say so. Right, let's sit on board with Hatton. So Hatton currently in 11th position with 8 seconds of penalties. Pressing Mixer is now coming out of the pits. No penalties as of yet. Let's see, what can he do? I definitely think he's going fastest lap for it. Fresh softs, low fuel, yeah, definitely. Let's see. So I'm currently looking at, because of the penalty situation, Mitch is only 5 seconds behind IHAV, but he's not closed the gap at all to IHAV, even on the fresher tyres. So yeah, 6 lap pole mediums, but he's not able to gain on IHAV. They're lapping very similar times. So We'll see. It's Lou has got a bit of a mountain to climb in a 4-second gap to Paul Harrison, plus 6 seconds of penalties as well. But I think the driver most at risk here is going to be Kieran Rees. 12 seconds of penalties. I'd definitely say that's going to drop into at least 11th. Maybe 10th actually, with Hatton's penalties included as well. We'll see, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting, but Furkan doing a great job. Debutant in the McLaren, not a single penalty yet. Be interesting to see what Preston Mixer is able to do on the next lap. Will he be able to get that fastest lap and give him a real big push towards needing that top 10 finish to get the points for it? Be the first time in this league where we would have had the fastest lap come from a driver outside of the top 10 actually. Most of the time it has been Little Jim or HT. I think HT is actually taking it on 3 of the 4 occasions, hence why he's got an 8-point lead over Jim, and Jim haven't taken it once. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see if somebody else can do it. Okay, so let's have a look. Are there any decent on-track battles? And we've got Hatton about 1.3 seconds behind Furkan, who's 1.8 seconds behind SC Collider. So SC Collider will need to get his foot down. Obviously Hatton has got more penalties than him, but he has got Furkan on his tail. No penalties. Very clean driving there by the McLaren driver. And yeah guys, so I will be moving into a new place next week. Got fantastic internet connection they've already told me about, so hopefully we won't have any more of these issues, be it Codemasters or anything like that. So just 4 laps to go now. Lap 31, 2, 3. So 4 laps to go. We've got not any real battles on track. It is going to be a race settled by penalties. Obviously our race leader Little Jim done a superb effort, half a minute ahead of H Taylor, who's done a brilliant job to recover from his earlier glitch on his game. So brilliant job there by H Taylor to wrap up 2nd place, reducing the possible points that he is going to lose to Jim. But I mean, Jim half a minute lead has been superlative so far. We'll see if he's able to continue that to the end of the race. No mistakes from our race leader. And let's have a look at Preston Mixer. Preston really getting some decent time here. He's already only 6 seconds behind Hatton, so already de facto 11th. We've got 4 laps to go. 3 laps, sorry. Let's see. I'm really interested to see if Preston Mixer can do this. Preston Mixer 1:18.789. Do I think he's going to challenge HT? No, I don't. It's going to be hard for him. So let's get back to wow. So I'm seeing here, well, Hawk Pie is ghosting. We've already been told this. It's Lou picking up another 3-second penalty. Is that going to affect him in the long haul? I don't think so. But wow, I mean, look at this. Little Jim has overlapped everyone up to It's Lou. This is phenomenal driving by the Mercedes driver. I think we should just, you know, like give everyone a 1 lap head start over him and HT, see how that goes down. But yeah, we are now coming towards the end of this Grand Prix. Just 3 laps to go. Any on-track battles? I mean, I do think Preston Mix is going to get Hatton closing over 2nd a lap, and 8 seconds is the difference in terms of penalties. But I think what's interesting for me is, will SC Collider's 6 seconds of penalties affect his ability to hold off the charging Renault? Let's see what time SC is able to set on this lap. Compare. It's going to be a 1:20.3 for him. What does Preston Mixer do as we see him come over the finish line? So it was 1:20.3, so a 1:19.2. So we've got 2 more laps, 2 seconds potentially. I think he's got enough, so we're looking 3, 5, 6, 8 seconds between Collider and Preston Mixer. This is going to be interesting. This is going to be interesting. It's going to be close between the two of them, I think. As Pressing Mixer sets a fastest first sector, I think he ran a bit deep there into turn 5 though. But I think this is the driver I want to stick with. I think we're going to see a very interesting last couple of laps. I think Pressing Mixer needs to give it his all and potentially take the 10th spot here on the grid. Currently 9 seconds behind actually. I think he's 9 seconds behind. So 9 seconds behind. He's got 6 seconds and 1 and a bit laps. I think it's going to be too big of an ask for him. So, but we will see. I definitely think he's definitely going to get 11th. Unfortunately. But we're now going to sit on board with the young man. We've not had much viewing of this race. Little Jim, our race leader, having led pretty much from the start, getting the pip on Ashfitz early on and never looking back. Fantastic drive there by the Mercedes driver, one of our league admins, representing the league very well. And I think we have got our race results here for the top 5. I don't see any of the penalties making a big difference, so let's see. Jim is going to have to start saving some fuel, but coming around to the last sector of the last lap, and Little Jim, after a commanding race, taking the last few corners very easily, doesn't need to push it, as we see him coming up to lap Shankly for the second time. But here we go, Little Jim coming around the final corner now, and the Mercedes driver taking the win here at the Circuit de Catalunya in Barcelona for the Mercedes team. How is his teammate doing? Ryan has not scored any points, but neither has H. Taylor, so they both stay as the racers. As the racers scored 100% of points for their team. So we're going to sit on board with H. Taylor now as he comes. Brilliant race by H. Taylor, having to make his way back through the field. Hatton does drop to 12th. Pressing Mixer up to 11th. SC Collider ending up 2 seconds ahead of Pressing Mixer. So we'll wait for the last few drivers. Mitch is now coming through, as is I have taken 3rd place in the McLaren. There's some well needed points for the McLaren, nearly doubling their points tally with that result. Him and Furkan doing a fantastic job there, reserving, and Mitch is coming across the line for a well earned 4th place, having started at the back of the grid in 19th. A brilliant drive there from the AlphaTauri. Commendable effort there by Mitch. Will probably be our driver of the day, but Paul Harrison representing in the Haas, our last drivers to cross the line. Brilliant race there. And that is the Circuit de Catalunya here, the Spanish Grand Prix for the OBF1 Racing League. Wednesday night racing. I hope you've all enjoyed the race. We will have a quick rundown of the points now. So we can see Little Jim taking the top spot on the podium, joined by HT in 2nd and I have in 3rd position. Brilliant driving by the 3 gentlemen, and what a race it has been. We've had our glitches, we've had some issues, but thank you everyone for staying on board. Hope you've enjoyed this stream tonight, you've enjoyed the race. Please like, subscribe and comment on the videos. And as we see H. Taylor picking up the bonus point, just 0.16 of a second separating the 2 drivers in H. Taylor's advantage, which will really help with the points he's lost. So let's run down the top 10 again. Little Jim in 1st, H. Taylor in 2nd, I have in 3rd position, Mitch in the AlphaTauri in 4th, Paul Harrison in 5th in the Haas. It's Lou working his way up to 6th from 15th, Denmark in 7th on the racing point, Furkan Alpine in the McLaren debutant 8th, Kieran Rees in the Alfa Romeo 9th, and SC Collider picking up some much needed points for the racing point in their charge towards McLaren and towards Ferrari and Alfa Romeo. So that is it for round 5 of the OBF1 Wednesday Night Racing League. I am Pete W. have a great night, everyone. Take care, and thank you for joining us. Bye.